there was this. I'm not gonna name who it is.
Right.
But one time years ago, I was at an open mic.
Yeah.
And I saw this kid.
Yeah.
Who I kind of dissed because he was an open micer.
Yeah.
He came up to me all excited. And I was like, back up, whatever, right? And then later, he starts killing it, this kid, right? And then I just remember me dissing him. And then when I saw him again, I was super nice.
So you were the other way
now,
around.
my point being is that because you can't let everyone in.
Right.
Right? Because imagine if we went and we let every open micer or everyone that had a dream into our world. You just can't do it as a human being.
Right.
Right?
But your story's a little different.
It's not.
It's a little different.
Why?
Because it wasn't like you saw that he had a platform for you. You saw that he was good as a comic.
You were just giving him props.
So you were just giving him props. Whereas the other scenario was about like, hey, there's something in it for me. I'm going to be cool now to that person.
Yeah, but I don't think it's anything for me. I think it has to do with, oh, he is now on the rise again.
Right.
Right? And now I'm going to be nice.
Right.
Right? But isn't that the same with the open micer?
Well, what was your thought process? Is that why you did it?
No, sometimes it's like when people like are, when you're at a open mic sometimes and
Wait, what were you doing at an open mic?
Yeah, you were there too. That's
no, at the Comedy Store sometimes. I'm in
okay.
the main room and then they're doing the open mic.
And you saw them killing it. So did you go?
No, this guy didn't even kill it. He was just with a bunch of kids.
Right.
He came up to me all like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's up, man? I'm so and so. I just started comedy, and I was like, back up.
Right.
Right. And then years later, that guy is now killing it, and that was nice to him.
Yeah, I
But
think
what
that's
is that?
different. No, that's
It's
different.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. It's totally different. No, it's not.
yeah,
His
it's about
energy
respect.
his energy was way too much at the beginning. And it's like, yeah, you don't do it that way.
Not
You don't-
yet, at least.
Yeah, not yet. You don't come like,
Right.
so your reaction was appropriate. And then when he killed it, it actually shows a lot about you that you actually even fucking remembered the kid. That
Yeah.
I wouldn't even fucking remembered that kid.
Yeah.
You actually remembered that kid and went up and then gave him props. So it just shows that you're.
I'll give you the name. Tiffany Haddish.
Oh.
So one time, this is way before Tiffany Haddish made it.
Right.
Right. Oh my God! I can't believe I'm going to say this. Right.
So yeah, you had to be.
So this is way before Kalila, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was on a date with this girl. I was holding hands with this hot chick.
Yeah.
Right. And I from the Comedy Store to the Laugh Factory, I was holding her hand.
Yeah.
And I go, let's go to the Laugh Factory. I was trying to flex that I can get into any comedy club, right?
Right.
So as I'm walking toward the fucking Laugh Factory, I see Tiffany Haddish, and she comes up to me, and she's like in a costume or something, and she's like pranking me. I mean, hey, you got some change or whatever, right? And then she goes, oh, you're popular, you're not funny. Oh, I don't know what the bit was, but she made me look foolish.
Right.
And all of a sudden, a camera came out of nowhere in my face, right? I go, well, don't fucking do this, right, you bitch? You know, and I was like, being a fucking asshole.
Right.
And then I went in the club, and I go, what's that girl's name? And they go, her name is Tiffany Haddish. And I go, fuck her. I was on a date, and she fucked, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you didn't like that
shit,
she was
right?
doing that shit. Yeah.
And for years, I wouldn't even talk to her.
Right.
And she would even come up to me, like, apologize.
Right.
And I'd be like, back up. And then, luckily, and just it's so funny, because Tiffany admits this, maybe 6 months before she blew up, I walked up to her and I go, listen, I know you're really funny, and I've been giving you a hard time for the last couple of years for that thing that you did, and I'm going to let it slide. Let's just be friends or whatever, right? She hadn't blown up or anything like that. Right. And then she blew up, and then I asked her to do my podcast. She did it, and she goes, if you hadn't apologized 6 months before that, I would have never done this podcast.
Right.
My point, though, being is that I still, you do an about face sometimes in this business. What is that?
Well, I think yours was genuine because you did it before she blew up. Or maybe you had an intuition she was going to blow up and you wanted to do it for yourself.
That was it. I think I could feel I could feel her rising.
Right.
You could feel it.
Right.
Right.
You could
and
feel
like,
it.
I should, you know what I mean?
Is that why you're here? You don't really want to be here, but you feel a rising.
No. But I just don't know. Is that a human condition thing, or am I shallow? I mean, what is it?
It means you're a survivor, and you generate towards positive stuff.
Right.
right?
But what you're saying is the thing that I mentioned before, the very first name that I mentioned.
Yeah.
Right. That's still different than this.
That's different from this.
You're right. I
Yeah.
think you're right.
Yeah, that's different.
Maybe. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
totally. If he was joking, he would have totally turned around and been
would've
like,
cleared it up,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then he would have laughed with you. He would grab your arm and been like, "Hey, Bobby, I was just fucking around."
Right,
'Cause
right.
Then what's the joke?
Right, right.
There's no joke if you don't know it's a joke.
Right. I'm not going to say him, but there is an elitism in Hollywood, especially in the comedy,
Yeah.
and I just don't jive with it. That's
I don't
my
jive
last
with it
point.
either,
That's
yeah.
my last point.
Yeah.
I just don't jive with it.
I think that just shows that you're about the laughs. You're about the funny. Because listen, for us to be funny, you can't get into the elites.
I got to do a Zoom thing.
Right when I was talking?
I know, dude. It's my
No, I know.
network thing.
I was just funny that you just said I'm not with the elite thing, and then you go, I got to do a Zoom.
I got to do it right now. I got to do it right
Yeah,
now.
do it right now. Do it right now. All right, that's it. Bobby Lee, everybody. Check out Tiger Belly, of course. And, and Bad Friends.